the shoes I walk in, my eyes caught him staring, not at my face, not even at my hands, but at my feet. Is there something wrong with the ground I'm standing on? I asked, not accusingly, just curious. He smiled gently. Not at all. I was only admiring your shoes. They are stunning. Italian? I laughed. Not the kind that mocks, but the kind that reveals. Oh no, not Italian. These are made in Nigeria. His brow rose in wonder, like a child seeing the stars for the first time. There's nothing wrong with Italian design, I continued. But these shoes carry more than fabric and soul. They carry a declaration. He looked again, this time with new eyes. I said, Dike Chukwumerije once spoke of walking in the courage of our identity, of stalking up belief until every step taken becomes an act of creation. That's what I wear. That's what I carry. With each step, I terraform. With each stride, I rewrite the narrative, not as an exile in my own land, but rather as an architect, laying bricks with purpose. He nodded slowly, the feet carrying the body, he said, almost like a psalm. If the feet are dressed with such beauty, what then shall the body wear? Concealed now, perhaps, but waiting to be revealed, to be clothed in fire and truth. His words stirred something ancient in me. I thought of Pheidippides, the runner of old, who bore the news of victory from Marathon to Athens. His feet did not tire, for he knew what he carried, and I, yes, I too carry a message. Nigeria is not a sprint, it is a marathon. Our track is uneven, our sky often gray, but our spirit resilient. We are the runners, we are the shoes, we are the message. And this land, with all its bruises and blossoms, is the ground we are destined to remake. One faith fully, one forged, step at a time. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good everything. Wherever you are, on the surface of the earth, listening to me this very hour. Yes, I have to say this before I say the other. You're wondering why we started with the shoes. I'll tell you. How are you? Yes, I need to ask that question because part of why we are here is because you're there. Yes, we just know it in our Noah, and it gives us this excitement. So each time we come, we just know that you're there. Yes, you listening. And we always put together amazing content for you. I'm good where I am. Yes, from the very center of Nigeria, Abuja, the federal capital, as we call it, territory, the city. Yes, our political capital. You're wondering why I started with shoes. Are we going to be talking about shoes today or something? Well, there's something about shoes that speaks volume. You hear people say walking in his shoes, poetically. You know, you're walking in your father's shoes. You're walking in that person's shoes. So shoes connote or depict a kind of discipline that we put ourselves into, and somehow we become whoever has walked in those shoes. So we can simply say they are like disciplines in school. I didn't come to talk about shoes today, but I came to talk about the shoes I have seen forged and somehow influenced the world. Growing up, we're asked this question, what do you want to be when you grow up? As a child, you were asked that question, what would you want to be when you grow up? A doctor, a medical doctor, okay, this, that. And you see all of us and all of that. But I've come to observe, looking at where we're coming from, 3 disciplines or 3 shoes that have designed and defined the world, even from the very beginning of creation. 3. You're wondering, what are those shoes? Follow my thought now. The first one is the law. The second one, medical science. And the third one, finances or finance administration, whatever you want to call it. These 3 disciplines or shoes I have come to observe has defined the world, or have defined the world, I beg your pardon. These 3 shoes. And somehow, anywhere and everywhere you look on the earth, they are always there. They are constants. Okay? You're wondering where I'm going with this, right? Follow me. So when you look at the world, the earth, the earth was created under a legal protocol. There's a law that governs the earth. I'm talking about the earth. Yes, the globe this place, this rock, as the geologists will call it, called earth. It was created, and the creator brought about a governing system, a legality that governs the earth. Everything on the surface of the earth runs on the protocol of legality. So imagine if you study the legal system, or if you study law, as we call it, the lawyers will always call themselves the learned. I don't know why. I don't know how they came about that. That's not the conversation for today. But you come to understand the legal protocol of the earth. It runs through everything on the surface of the earth. Everything. Everything. The Word of God calls him the God of justice. His throne is established on justice and righteousness. These are legal terms. Yes. And the word prayer is not a spiritual term, it's a legal term. Go search it, you'll see it. If you go to court, what's your prayer? The word intercession, it's not a charismatic term. For your information, it's a legal term. To intercede is like bringing something in between. So for lawyers or those who study law as a profession or wear it as a shoe, they come to understand practically how the world works. Yes. Now, if you work with any corporate organization, any form of organization whatsoever, you hear terms like contracts. How to write a contract. Human interactions are based on relationships. These relationships, more often than not, are contracts. And this term is a legal term also. Bring your strong reasons. These are legal terms. That's why you always need a lawyer to speak for you. Yes, that's why you need a lawyer. So whatever you are studying, there's always a legal framework, ethical framework around it. So the question is, who interprets it? The lawyer. Yep, the lawyer interprets it. And I've come to think about it. For those of us who are like crazy about studying or wearing this shoe or that shoe and forgetting that there's a very crucial shoe, even if you're not wearing it, that you need to have an understanding of. Yep. And when you do, other shoes respond to you. And so what they say, okay, what about the medical shoe? One discipline that will forever be useful to man and the earth and the world is the medical discipline. Yeah, your mind. You must be sound in your mind. You must be sound in your body. You must be sound in your spirit. And these will be handled by the medical profession. You know, when you talk about medicine, people think it's just about maybe pharmaceuticals. Okay. Maybe think about what else, what comes to your mind. But the truth is, the medical profession sits on these three aspects: anatomy, physiology, and what we call clinical biochemistry. What is man made of? When you say anatomy, more or less like the structure. You know, your bones, your muscles. When you talk about physiology, oh my, that's another. When you talk about biochemistry. So basically, it is the constitution of man, what we eat, what we drink, how we replenish, how we refresh. So those who are in the medical field cannot be done without. I'm not saying all of us should go and study medicine. No, I'm only telling you what you need to know to be balanced in your approach. Yeah. Check any healthy organization, any healthy society, the medical profession or the medical community is top notch. Yes, top notch. Finance, now you're talking about finance. So what's the importance? They say money makes the world go round. Have you heard that? Yes, money makes the world go round. So basically, if you look at the world is driven also by services on the back of commerce. I remember mentioning this once on the show when Aristotle told Alexander the Great on his conquest that each city you get to, when you conquer, try to create commerce. Let there be communication of commerce, trade. And what is the underlying factor there? The movement of flow of cash, finance, money, whatever you want to call it. Yep. So that's it. It is one factor that has kept the world at each other's neck, if you understand what I mean. I know I mentioned it once on the show also. So when you understand these three, there are three, surprisingly, three tripods. You know, the tripod, and they bring about the balance of the world. So every organization, every society, every, what I call it, space, these three things: the legal framework, medical, a healthy society, and a robust financial system. Yes, that's why you have prisons. Prisons are also medical, I beg your pardon, legal framework. Why? For those who break the law. They are kept in prison to be reformed. Who reforms them? Maybe the psychologist, which also falls under the medical profession, so to say, an offshoot. And we use money to manage the prisons. So why am I mentioning this to you? We're in an age where a lot of us are carried away by the AI and technology advancement that we forget the rudiments. No matter how complex a system becomes, these three things must be present. Why? Because they operate within the earth. Yep. They operate within the earth. So you want to build a robust business, you want to scale, you must have a good lawyer to advise you. You must have a good medical system to take care of your team. Then you must know how to create the money for it to flow. Balance it. Like I said, money is meant to be spent and spent wisely. So we need these three things to get the world going, to get our world going. I remember Mike Murdoch saying this in one of his books. I think I read it years ago, that these three things I'm talking about now. You have a good lawyer. You have a good medical doctor taking care of you. And how to make the money. You have a good accountant or financial person to help you in your investments and all of that. Like I always say, we come here to give value. I just felt to walk into the studio, to share the shoes I think we need to wear and wear very well as a country, as a nation, as a people. Of late, we've been having a lot of quote and unquote departures from the country. And if you look at it, these are the three shoes moving out. Yep. So what do? Call ourselves back, talk to ourselves, and see how we can build it. As a father, as a mother, as a guardian, you're bringing up your children they want to make decisions to follow a particular discipline in life and all that. Let them know this. Or maybe you want to study. Yes, you want to be a medical doctor. You want to be a lawyer. You want to be a financial analyst. I guess you now understand why. Yes, I guess you now understand why. Because a society that these three things are missing, chaos sets in. These three things, these three shoes, chaos sets in. All right, this is what I came to do on the show today. And you know how we say it on the show. This is the space where we come in to lean on one another's experience to do what? Forge a positive path. I hope this episode has done justice, and I will encourage you to follow us on all our social media outlets. Yep, on LinkedIn, Facebook, X. Yes, we have a YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe. Let's build together. Let's grow together. And I want to also appeal to you. If this show has been a blessing to you in one way or the other, please share it. Refer. Share it with your friends. Yes, even with your enemies. You never can tell. You're giving a helping hand. I am so happy. The future is bright. We're looking forward to amazing, amazing, amazing things we're going to do on this show. Yes. Spotify. I forgot to mention that. We are also on Spotify. Go ahead, subscribe. Be the first to get that notification, and you listen and you share. Wow, super excited, isn't it? I see something beautiful coming. Yes, from us to you. Till I come your way again. My name is Amachree Isoboye, your neighborhood word trader, the word Smith. Bye for now.